Hi everyone. Just trying to see if you can all hear me. Hey Cosmos, hi Nadia. Can you hear me now? I was on mute. Hope you all had a good weekend. It's finally summers are here, so it's good time to spend with family, with everyone near you. All right, so let's look at the ES chart first, and then we'll go into individual stocks one by one. So we still have like 4 minutes. So I'm just gonna go and talk about in general. Right now, the market, if you see, the market has moved higher significantly. And yes, everybody is feeling that yes, they missed out. But this move was like significantly faster, and a lot of uh, I would say people are still on the sidelines because this move was the quickly it went down, the quickly it recovered. The pace was almost the same from 4800, which was this support, all the way to 5500, which was another area which was struggling before we break out of that. And now we are around 6000. Now, if we go by this, then I think we are ready for some big up move. And if we have to like, again, this is something, those levels were when we were going down. Now we have come down. So if I change, let me remove this extension on these Fibonacci, because right now this was the top around 6200 and we went down. And if we have to draw something, we should use, let's do extensions, because this time we are trying to figure out where we are going to go higher from here. So I'm going to start plotting this extension, and again this will give me a clearly good idea. 6258 was top from futures to 4870. No, I'm doing reverse. Let me just do the retracement first. 6258 to 4875. And let me just cancel this out. Yeah. So I'm going to just click and edit the right values. So 6258 on the top, right here. And then 58, 48, 54.75. So let's see where we are in these areas. So we bounced. This was like I choose retracement for a reason, because we are still not above 6258 area, and we are still trying to find out a way uh, to bounce to the point where we started this downfall. So that's why I chose I'm gonna for now I'm gonna just squeeze this a little bottom. So if you see this chart, we bounced from 48, we struggled around 5700, then we had some big gaps, and this is like a very good gap which was created. This was a gap, and this gap never got filled. Okay. But again, remember, gaps are always going to be filled. Now we are at a very important juncture. We are in a very tight consolidation zone. So we are between, I would say, 5900 to 6100. And in this zone, we are spending almost maybe last 10-15 days. And we are finally in a zone where we are between the 12 and 34 EMA. So 15 and 57 is a very, very important support area. If we lose this, This is also near to the 34 EMA with like 59.28 is the 34 EMA. So if we lose this, we will fill this gap. We will fill, and 57.20 for me will be a really, really great opportunity to add longs. But if we hold this area and stay above 15 and 57 right now, what we are doing, like around 6,000, then I don't think so. We need to panic. The panic button will only hit if we start to close below 59.20. And then we'll straight away go down to 200 points and fill that gap very quickly. So net, the market momentum is positive. The strength is still lacking as such. You can see the strength is about 10 and the negative momentum is a little rising. But again, there's no strength in either the negative momentum or the positive momentum. And the volume is somewhat around the average or less than average. It means that yes, the buying has happened, but it did not involve bigger bulk or like heavy buying. So in my opinion, if we get a chance around 5,700, that will be a really, really good opportunity to actually fill our bags and go for new highs. If this 5750, 5760 area, like roughly 5957, let's make it round figure 5960 and 5928, let's make it 5930. This is the area which will provide support to the market. And it has in the past, one time, two time, even today it opened around that area and bounced. So unless and until we lose this, that will be the first area or first sign that yes, market wants to go down. Second will be a confirmation below 59.30. So if you have a close below 59.30, then you can actually go down and look for 57.20. There are two ways of trading it. One way is to go short around 59.60 and uh, keep your stop loss or move your stop loss around 59.30 when it goes below that, or wait for 57.20 and buy right here in this zone. If you fill the gap and add around this zone, you will see new highs. Now, in case there is something totally out of the blues happen and market wants to go high, because there's still buy the dip thing which is happening and which is actually pushing market really, really well, right? So if that thing happened, then if we clear this 12 EMA, which is 6,020, which is not too far, 6,020 to 6,000, I would say 60, 65 area has been some resistance. But if we clear this, next area of resistance for me is 62.20, which is again 3% move approximately. That's like 160, 175 points, not 100 points, but somewhat uh, about 175. So again, the market momentum is positive. There are a sufficient number of buyers. There is no panic even after all these. See, first of all, you need to list down all the negative news in the market. You list it down. There is Iraq war, Iran war. There is Israel uh, expanding to the nuclear things in Iran. There's Ukraine and Russia, and there is uncertainty in the tariff policy. One day there's any positive news, one day there's negative news. Market has digested everything and went back. Now, if they have digested everything and went back, and from there we have recovered, it means that market does not care about this. They may drop maybe for 1%, 2%, but it will be quickly bought up. So again, I will reiterate, it's buy on dip market as of now until you see a sign. That sign will come around 59.30 and below. 59.30 and below, you will see market will give a quick downside move. And whenever you see that downside, you can short for 57.20 or you can wait for 57.20 and then go long from there. So these are the levels which you need to be very, very important. 59.60 to 59.30 on the downside is your cushion. 60.20 on the upside is your wall. wherever you direction you clear that wall or you clear that support, you will follow in that direction for at least 3% more. And also, if you want to see a bigger picture, right? This is a daily chart. Let's expand this to a weekly chart. Even the weekly charts, right? All these weeks, what we have seen that we have made higher highs and higher lows. So the low of last week was 58, no, 59.69. That was the low of the last week. Previous week, 59.27. Uh, Before that, it was 58.98.75. Before that, it was 57.56. Before that, it was 57.34. So weekly wise, we are just making higher highs, higher lows, which is really, really good. But we have little dodges, which are like, if you see good green candles throughout the week, I'm like really, really bullish or bearish if they are there. But if they are like something like this, which is somewhat dodgy in nature, so in those scenarios, what I think is there is a possible change of trend. Again, that trend will happen when 59.70, 59.60, 59.30 will break down. So just keep an eye. Market momentum is positive. Everything technically looks positive unless we lose 59.30 in very simple words. Let's go to NASDAQ. Again, NASDAQ, you can see we went up, we went down, we went up. Now we are facing the resistance of this dark green line. This dark green line is going to give us the confidence. Okay. So the moment we have this dark green line and we clear it, I think we are going for at least 24,000, at least 24,000. But if we break, then it becomes a massive M on the weekly candle, which is really, really unhealthy for the market. Again, I will not go and make those scenarios. That's like a big, big call. But as of now, you can clearly see there's a dodgy happening. This is the same dodgy which was happening on the ES. So, but again, this body should be little less in size so that we can mark like exactly like this. If there's a dodgy like this, you have confidence that yes, there's a change of trend. But this dodgy is still better. So I have less confidence it's going to make a evening star on the weekly. So I'm going to wait and watch. Same thing if you look at the daily candles, we have everything in the consolidation range between 21,500 to 22,200. Anything in between, we are just like one day we are going into that range, next day we touching the base of that range and maybe touching the higher range in the same day. So we are not crossing or breaking down on either side. So the same scenario is with NQ. 21,450, which is about 300 points from here. And today's low is 21,566. So we are still in a well position to stay long. 21,600 is your confirmation for long or support for long, if you want to call that. If 21,600 is there, you should be long. If 21,600 is gone, then you need to become cautious. 21,450, you need to short. And 21,450 can really take you down all the way to fill this gap at 20,400. So similar structure what we had in ES, the moment we lose 21,400, 21,450, it will start to go down. Okay. So just be mindful that yes, either you want to buy at 21,000 at 20,100 or you want to short it at 21,400. Both choices are yours. Okay, that's about index. Okay, let's look at crude, but then people will come and ask. Crude, interestingly, is reaching a point where, like, let's draw some Fibonacci on this. Let's draw some regression channel first. It hit 52 just before this thing started to move up. Today it hit 78. All right. Now, in this case, we are extremely stretched. And I think the 69 value needs to be tested at least once. So if you're interested, go short in crude for at least 74.25, which is a dollar few cents, and to 71. Stop loss you can keep is 75.60 and go short in crude. If you really want to go short, you can go short. I'm not going to go long on crude at all at this time. Then one more index, IWM. I want to do IWM or RTI. So IWM is one which has been lagging. It went to 171. It recovered, but it did not recover similar to what NASDAQ or ES has recovered. They are both almost few percents away from their all-time highs. And the IWM, like, honestly speaking, it's inverted head and shoulder right there, started to break out, failed again. So roughly, if we ignore this, we are still on that inverted head and shoulders setup. And my target is 221 and 233. Now, when can I get confirmation? The moment you see crude losing 74, you will see a quick move in IWM. And in IWM, if you do not want to trade index, look out for the stocks which are biggest compositions of IWM. You can do that by simply looking into Market Watch, go to Visualize, go to Russell, and you will see. And you can simply choose, like Mr. is one stock which is big, RKLB is right there, which is big, SMCI, it's setting up really beautifully for the next week breakout. Similarly, like whatever you want, you can actually look into this and see which stock has a better weightage, and better weightage will help you to go higher. Okay, so IWM, in my opinion, is making inverted head and shoulders, and assuming it completes that inverted head and shoulders, it is going to hit 221 to 233. And big stocks have done their big move in the recent 1 or 2 months. Now, the small stocks will need to do a catch-up rally. So again, you need to be very careful. 26 is your stop loss. 2950 is a confirmation, and above 221, 233. Okay, now let me go to some scans. Let's see what we have on our scans. So I'm looking into any stock which is in the S&P 500 where 12 EMA has broken above 34 EMA or 34 EMA has broken above 12 EMA. Let's see. So Visa, MasterCard. Let's look at Visa. So here the 12 EMA has broken below and the candle is bearish. So in this case, because 375 to 337, again, if market has to reverse or go higher, as I said, crypto will, I've not spoken about crypto, but crypto should take a backseat, commodities should take a backseat. And there is a expectation that yes, Fed will have cut or will cut rates by the next quarter. So Visa, MasterCard will go higher from here. Again, it's making a doji from 375 to the doji. It's a good area. So I would try and take a long. So I think similar will be MasterCard. Yeah, doji at the top, 594, 15% down, 530. It's making a good base. So again, I would try to see at least a back test of the 12 EMA. All right, so that's about this can, let's go to another one. Adobe has been beaten up really, really badly. Like it tried to clear that 410 area, could not. Now it's back. So I'm not interested in Adobe as of now. If it clears 410, then yes, but not as of now. So I'm going to ignore Adobe. And there are new stocks which are in the market, like theme stocks, which are running. If you want to trade them, you can. All these stocks I won't going to ignore because I do not trade them. Let's look at another scan. I'm gonna pick up any double inside day. One inside day on the weekly candle. Tesla has inside day. UNH has inside day. UNH, I'm looking. I'm like really, really keen if UNH can somehow manage it. Uh, Tesla. We'll look into the Tesla charts in a minute. But Tesla, UNH, they are looking good. UPST, Zoom, UNL, I'm not interested. Let's look at inside day. Inside day is IWM, QEXY. Not so many options. Oh, let's look at now stocks one by one. Apple. Apple on Friday, I think it was on the buying side, so it shot some momentum, but again, it's a bear flag very clearly. If you see here, it's the bottom is kind of controlled and the tops are getting lower, lower and lower. If we are right, then it should go here and then we should fall from the cliff like this. So it's a bear flag on Apple. This bear flag fails if it can clear 203 on the closing basis. If it does, it will go to 29, 213. I do not have high hopes for Apple as of now. If it fails, it has potential to fill the gap at 169. There are gaps around 167 to 169 that needs to be filled by Apple. So Apple for me is sell on rise. Adobe we have talked. AMD, AMD has been really, really exposed, like I would say, really, really amazing in the last few days. And it's a very clear inverted head and shoulder pattern. It's getting good. 134 was my target previously. I've chatted in the group 126, 134. Uh, Let it come down to 122 because it has done some remarkable rally. Let it come down to 122, which is a good back test and will give us a good cushion to go long. If you try long here, your stop loss is still going to be 122. So 122 for 134 is not worth stop loss. So keep an eye on Google, not AMD, that yes, it has some. Uh, Let me see if it has any flow. Uh, let's look at AMD. So AMD had some repeater bearish flow on 131, 129, and this was for the Friday's expiry. And since then it came down from 139 to 128. Let's see if we have anything which is above 500,000 in. So above 500,000 is, see, when you're looking at multi-leg, make sure the timestamps matches. Otherwise, the multi-leg is meaningless. Something is really good in this 7-3-13 week. 105 call, 24. This is a good trade. 150 calls for December, 1.8 million. 3 point. Yeah, these were the calls. Now, Monday morning, we need to see how many of them were actually added to the open interest. The 13,300 was the open interest uh, on Friday. 4,466 is something which is added. So we need to see if this was an open interest reduction, it means somebody was short and actually did an unwinding. And if the open interest increases, it means somebody is adding position on it, but nothing substantial on AMD. Amazon. Amazon is showing little bearish signs, but 206 is a really good area for Amazon. Again, this 6,000 which you are seeing right now may not be there in the morning. It may be green because the buy the dip people are right there. 206 is something which I'm looking into Amazon. If somehow we can hold 206, there's a possibility of bounce. Otherwise, it's going to come down and fill the gap. There's a gap at 195 on Amazon. That gap will needs to be filled. So keep an eye on Amazon. 206 is your the line. If 206 goes or give up, then Amazon is going to go down. BA. BA had been on a good rally, and again 218 to dodgy. I'll take a chance here on long side of BA. I will. 196 is my stop loss, and I will try and take a chance on long on BA. Because this is the area where it has broken out in the past. It was struggling to 196, 197, and now it has broken out. Yes, the momentum is negative, but if this holds along with, I would say UNH, Humana, BA, and all the big stocks can take a backseat. They may consolidate more and more, and these stocks can go higher. So BA is looking good. Then I would like to do Crowd. Crowd has done really well. Just keep an eye. Crowd is on the verge of 12 EMA 476. Since 370, it's only once closed below the 12 EMA. And right now it is right there. So 476, if it loses, it may attempt 455. So be cautious on Crowd. It has done its rally in anticipation that yes, there will be this and this, all those negative things along with the war. But now it has come to a point where market will try to take money from this and take it to maybe healthcare sector, maybe to banks. So just be cautious. 476 is your stop loss. CRM. CRM similar to Adobe is struggling. Again, I'm going to ignore it. Adobe and CRM, ignore it. People are talking about Circle. Circle is just rallying. And again, these kind of stocks will rally no matter, there's no technical thing in them. They will just run because of the momentum, because of the locking period. People cannot sell it. And when people cannot sell it, it's only going to go higher. So if you are invested, make sure you keep your stop loss. They may be offering any day. There may be something and it breaks down 100%, like $100 right away. So keep that in mind. And trade with stop loss. Another one was CoreWeave, because these things will be asked to me, so I'm just covering them. CoreWeave went up parabolic. It's running at a P which I don't even know how much it is. It's very, very expensive. And same momentum-based stock, you need to keep a stop loss of 166 if you want to try long. If you are short, wait for 155 and below. I will not intentionally go short on this. You need to wait. And yes, it will give you a very quick downside move, but just be cautious because the positive momentum on this stock is really high. So if you try to short this, you need to be very, very lucky. Then we have Google. Google screwed me on Friday. I really don't know what happened to this idiot, and it came down crashing from 174 to 165 all the way and closed near the end, like day's low. So I think it has failed, and 163, I need to see if there is some buying happening around it. It needs some consolidation. The kind of move it had, it almost recouped 3 weeks of move in one day. So I'll be a little careful on Google. Then we have Meta. Meta is setting up to break down. It is showing a little iffy. So 685 is your stop loss. Look for 655 in nature. Again, I'm not making anything up. It's just because of the chart. It has closed below the 12 EMA. Now it should test the 34 EMA. Simple. So 685 stop loss, go for 655. Microsoft has been really, really crazy. Earnings and it went up. Not even once since the earning, it has backtested 12 EMA. I think the time has come. Time has come for it to backtest 473. If it holds 473, good. Otherwise, a backtrace of 455. Again, all this will equate to 5720. 5720 meaning Microsoft at 455. It's a really, really good buy in simple words. So just keep an eye on what needs to be your decision. NV or MU, MU has been really, really great. Straight up this week, they have earnings and they're going to disappoint. It's like from 61 to 123. This is the only ticker which has almost done more than double. And every single day it has gone up. So I am a little reluctant to trade on this, but I think 110, 115 is a good area. If it comes around that during or before the earnings, I will add it. But if it hold this area, I'll be a little cautious in the earnings. Nvidia 142 is your stop loss. If you remember 142, it has attempted and is consolidating, not able to break out. 142 breaks, it will go down. Nvidia is 142 area. 142.25 is your stop loss. 142.25, it's gone. It's going to drag everything. Again, IWM is going to take the money here from the big chips. Netflix has been like really, really amazing. Has gone up dramatically, non-stop, no issues. It has like even gone beyond my expectation onto my. Let me just cancel the ID extension. It has broken the. Wow. This was placed in September of 2024. I'm gonna activate this regression channel. Take it to the today. It has done all the Fibonacci. So I'm gonna cancel this. Cancel this. Cancel this. So I'm gonna draw some new extensions. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna take this. So this is my area for Netflix. So Netflix is finding some resistance around 1260s area. If it loses 1225, I think that will be really negative for Netflix. 1225 is negative for Netflix. Just be careful on Netflix. I'm not going to move higher on Netflix. 1225 is my stop loss. If it starts to break down again, I'm still hoping we will get to 5720 before we make a higher leg. 5720 can happen on any news. I have no idea what will happen, but some way, somehow the gap needs to be filled. So that needs to be filled. Then I have SMCI, which I'm include. SMCI, you can clearly see it's in a very tight consolidation. So it's not triggered yet, but it's in a very tight consolidation. And this is a bullish flag. If we start from here, the highs are going higher and the lows are going lower. Not a clean one, but it's setting up for a bull flag. So I'm really bullish on SMCI. Level wise, we need to add some levels. Let's do that. Let's add regression channel first from the recent lows. Again, when I'm talking about lows, I go back to the daily time frame, not uh, like half an hour, 45 minutes time frame. And then I'm gonna do some extensions just to see where it would go. So 46 is an area which is giving some level of resistance. It's 38.2 Fibonacci. If you can clear 46, you'll be able to clear 58, and that will happen pretty quick. So keep an eye on SMCI. Anytime it comes near 43, I'll be a buyer. Snow is another one. Similar setup, needs to hold 12 EMA. If it does not, it's going to go down. 208 is your stop loss on snow. If it breaks 208, avoid snow. Then I want to do Nike. Nike is making, Nike is not triggered yet. Uh, Not triggered yet. I'll still give some time to Nike. Not here. Maybe earnings we have on this week. I think earnings can change the direction. You can give a positive outlook to Nike. Uh, I think 57 is a good area to add in Nike. They will have a good number. Then I want to do Tesla. Tesla, like 333, if we can clear, that's about $10 from here. I think we are getting ready for a massive move. 330 needs to clear. It's a very good bull flag. If something I have to try long tomorrow, Tesla will be one of those options. So Tesla can be really, really good uh, if it can clear 332. On the downside, 315 is your 318 is your stop loss. So If you want to add long here, add around 324, you can do that. Or you can buy TSLL, which is 2x Tesla, trading at 1256. You can buy this and you can aim for at least 1415 on this. Then I need to do UNH. UNH is extremely bearish in nature. It attempted to break above 12 EMA. It did not. Now it's failing. I think it may attempt one more downside. Uh, 288, 295 is something you need to be watchful of. If it does not hold 288, it's going to go down to the new lows. If it does hold it, then you can buy long term for UNH. Uber, uh, Uber inside day. If Amazon, if Tesla is going to go higher, Uber is looking like a bull flag to me. Uh, just need to be careful. If it loses 82, I think it may lose this bull flag uh, to 74. So 82 is your stop loss for Uber. That's my take. Lily, I also want to do Lily. Lily, I tried Friday. I think it has really good potential. Uh, 750 is a stop loss and go long in Lily. Then that's my take. Lily looks really good at this time. Hood, Hood, I think dodgy at the top. I'm a little cautious. Let's see 74 holds or not on Hood. Like these momentum stocks, when they give dodgy, I'm like really watchful. They can give intraday uh, touch of 12 EMA, and that touch can be really good entry. So 74 should be your key level to watch out on. All right, guys, this is what I wanted to cover. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hopefully, I will try to do this weekly. I'm just trying to watch out for my health. I have two surgeries planned. So the moment I'm done with them, I'll be able to do this regularly. So thank you for joining me tonight, and I'll try to see you in the morning. Bye-bye. Take care.